I feel like we should let people know how we even know each other, because obviously people can tell online that we're friends.
Of course.
And genuinely, like, love to hang out, grab drinks together, whatever. And I was trying to rack my brain how long I've, like, known you, because we just recently kind of started, like, hanging out more. But do you remember?
Over a year ago.
Yeah, I thought so, too. When you were slinging drinks.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. The old days. Yeah, I think Cafe Italia definitely, like, over a year ago, probably before last summer.
Yeah.
Was the first time, and then I think once I got the opportunity for you to do my Botox, that's when, like, we really became besties.
Yeah. And then you started to blow up, so I was like, wait, do Dom's Botox?
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. It feels like yesterday, but yeah, it's been a while now. One more thing. Well, to start, have you ever gotten interviewed before, or do I have the pleasure of being numero uno?
I think you're my first.
No way.
I think you are. I'm trying to think back in terms of, like, this industry and social media. You know, it's still been so new for me. It's only been 9 months as of this month. I think you're my first, but first of many, because it was so funny. After you messaged me and asked me, I felt like the opportunities started to, like, come rolling in. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this yet, but News 10 is starting a new series, and the host just reached out to me and asked me if I'd be on.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Dom. That is so amazing.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I'll be tuning in.
I know.
Take us back to before you blew up, because I know that you were a bartender leading up, but I feel like maybe a lot of people don't know just, like, who was Dom before he was Dom C Reviews.
Yeah.
And also, what made you start posting food reviews in the first place?
Yeah.
Just for yourself, or did you have a goal of becoming the influencer you are now?
So, in order to really help you understand, I have to take you back 10 years to 2016, when I was a student at UAlbany, and I was bartending at the 99 on Wolf Road, which is going to be the new Raising Cane's, actually.
Oh my gosh.
I always loved, like, food and the restaurant industry. I was in the restaurant industry. I love the atmosphere, the experience, the service aspect of it has always been so intriguing to me. So I actually, what a lot of people don't know is in 2016, I started a page on Instagram called Dining with Dominic, where I actually went around to local restaurants in the capital region, and I would take pictures. It was a little different because social media, there was no such thing as, like, TikTok and like short form video content yet. So I would take pictures of the food and then, like, write quirky, like, reviews in the caption section. And I did that for a while.
That.
Yeah, I'm sure you can probably still find some of the stuff.
I was just gonna ask, is it still in the cyber universe somewhere?
I think I never, like, closed the account officially, so if you dug hard enough, you could probably find it. Please don't. But if you did, you probably could. So I've always been interested in it, right? But then I actually winded up doing a study abroad in Italy, and I kind of pushed it to the side, and it never became anything serious. No, nobody was making an actual business from things like that at that point. So it kind of got pushed to the side, and I winded up investing in real estate. When I was 20 years old, I bought my first investment property.
So young.
I know, crazy.
Did you have someone in your life that, like, guided you with that?
No one. No, my parents, like, love them to death. They're not risk takers.
Gotcha.
They believe in, like, the 9-to-5 job, the white picket fence house, the retirement, and, like, the steady life. And I always knew that wasn't for me. So it really, that aspired because I was a college student living in college housing in downtown Albany. Shout out to Hamilton Street. And
UAlbany?
UAlbany.
I'm a UAlbany grad.
Great Danes.
Yeah.
I know.
So funny. Many years before you, but
no,
it's okay.
Stop. I thought you were the same age.
I know.
So I winded up one day just sitting there and being like, oh my God, like, this landlord of mine is killing it. Like, we pay him X amount of money. Like, I know what this house cost. Like, he's killing it. This is something that I could see myself doing. So I heavily invested in research for about the first year. Tons and tons of books, Bigger Pockets podcast, Brandon Turner books, all that kind of things. And I just really taught myself everything there was to know publicly about real estate investing. And I just took the jump and I took the risk.
Wow.
And I jumped right into it. And I had all those properties. And for the past 9 years, I really was just working on expanding that and also bartending at the same time.
Okay.
So
how many properties did you get up to?
4.
Okay, that's a lot to me.
Yeah.
I mean, being a property manager as well, because you're the one getting the phone
Yeah.
calls when anything happens.
And I was a terrible landlord. And
No
yeah,
way. I
man
don't see
enough to
that.
say it. Man enough to say
Really?
it.
Were you too nice?
I was too nice, and it also wasn't for me. I was like scared when my phone would ring. I would have such anxiety about what could possibly be going on that I just like wouldn't answer. I wouldn't
Gotcha.
like answer the phone, and I would like wait a day and then message back like, "Hey, is everything okay?"
I feel like a part of that, the age that you were at the
Yeah.
time, like taking on that type of responsibility is kind of
Yeah. So
like unheard of.
I didn't love it, but
Do you have any still?
no,
Okay, got
No.
rid of them all.
got rid of them all because to really understand how this came about last summer, I was bartending and I had a couple properties left, and I was at a point in my life where everything was good, but I didn't feel truly fulfilled in life. I felt like I wasn't on the right path and that this wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I started to look into other ways to expand into the world, change what I have going on. I was so young, 28 years old. What else can I do? So one of the things was I was going to be on the agent side of real estate. So I was going to start like representing buyers and sellers. And I also wanted to get on social media. I wanted to put my face out there. And I never thought that it would be food reviews, really. I thought I was going to be mostly lifestyle content. So like,
okay.
come bartend with me, how much money I make in a shift at, Cafe Italia. And my third video ever, I went with my sisters to Laporto's in Troy, amazing Italian restaurant, and I just propped up the camera and I started to talk about my experience and the food and the atmosphere and the service. And that first video got tons of traction, tons of comments, and I was like, oh my God.
First viral moment?
Yeah, I think I found it. I think I
Wow.
found what I connect with best, because that is what I've known my whole entire life was food and hospitality and the service industry. And from there, it's history.
Wow. Then how long after that did you leave your other job and you're like, I'm going to do this just 100%?
So my first video, the first Laporto's video I posted on August 5th. I left my bartending job the second week of November.
So quick.
Very quick, because I felt like, and I still hadn't made any money really or anything. The goal was always monetization at first, right? To get paid from just strictly views from people watching my content. And you can only make so much from monetization. So that's why it was kind of like a side hustle. And at one point I thought to myself, if this is what I really want to do and I really want to take it somewhere, I have to put all of my energy into it. And still working that bartending job wasn't allowing me to really put all of my energy into social media. So I just took the risk and I sold all my properties. That way I can kind of have a cushion to go back on, since I was quitting my 9-to-5 job. And I left bartending and I just put all of my energy into social media.
Wow. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
It's so hard. That's such a hard question, because if you would have asked me a year ago where I saw myself in 1 year, I would have been completely wrong, because I never thought I'd be sitting on this couch getting interviewed by you about how I made it this far.
And about to be on News Channel 10.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I never would have thought it. So truly, it can go a million places. I would love to invest in some type of restaurant or hospitality industry. It's definitely been a dream of mine. It's something you have to put your all into. And as of right now, I can't put my all into something like that. So I would love to be an investor in something like that. I do love the idea of passive income. I had the rental properties, so I would consider commercial real estate. There's so many aspects that I can take this, or who knows, I could be literally a famous influencer traveling the world with millions of followers, and life is totally different. I'm on private jets getting sponsored by, jet companies. So you just really
Let's
never
manifest
know.
that.
I know. I take it day by day. I worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I just cherish the day as I'm in it.
I feel like that's a good way to be.
Of course.
Was there ever a moment that you did almost stop where you're like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me, it's not what I thought?
Absolutely. Oh my God. So right after I had left Cafe Italia at the end of November, I had put on about 30 pounds from doing this. We were talking.
Yeah.
I had put on a bunch of weight. I didn't feel comfortable in my body anymore. I still was not making an amount of income that felt like it satisfied where I needed to be. So one thing I realized from doing food reviews was that there was a lack of bagel stores in the area. And my family on Long Island had been in the bagel store business. We had owned bagel stores. So I was like, you know what? Let me transition into this and just use social media as my train and,
The vessel
the
in
vessel
which.
to get, and blow up a bagel store and
Yeah.
open this amazing bagel company. And I was set on it. And I was putting social media aside and I was going to go full into the bagels. And a couple different things happened. One, Ashley, my best friend, every single day talked me out of it. She said, Dom, you've been doing this for 3 months. There's people who do it for years and then blow up. You need to give yourself time to do it. Please don't leave social media. So I was taking that into account. Also, my mom said one thing to me, and I forgot exactly what she said, but it was along the lines of, would you rather make minimum wage from social media and be able to work on your time whenever you want from anywhere in the world? Or do you want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning every single day and be a slave to your customers in the bagel store? Then lastly, there was a local business owner. We won't name names.
The bagel drama.
Yes, the bagel. What do they call it? Bagelgate. This is Bagelgate.
Bagelgate.
There was a local business owner who is successful and was somebody I would talk to weekly. They were a regular at the bar. And I felt very comfortable talking to them. I thought they were very, very intelligent. They are very, very intelligent. They've built an amazing business, very successful business. And I would go to them with the bagel idea. I went to them with the bagel idea. This is what I want to do. I think the area is lacking this. I think it could be so successful. Here's my ideas. Here's what I'm thinking. And this person was very helpful, right? They gave me
Was
amazing...
this like as a friend or
As
were
a
you
friend,
seeking... Okay, or as like
friend,
a business mentor?
Yes, as a business mentor and a friend. Both.
Gotcha.
Because I believed we were friends. So I went to this person as a business mentor, and they did give me great advice. They gave me their Restaurant Depot card so I can go start experimenting with recipes. They would send me locations as to where I think would open, and I would talk to this person every single day about pursuing the bagel industry. A week later, they started producing and selling their own bagels. And it felt like a stab in the chest because competition is one thing. I posted about me wanting to do this venture online. So if a random person would have taken that video and started a bagel company, that's called competition.
Of course, yeah.
But when you're someone who I believed as a true friend and a business confidant, for you to then take the idea and start doing it because you were able to do it faster, it hurt me. And it really hurt my feelings. And it kind of pushed me away from the bagel industry. And now I will say I thank that person. And I thank Ashley and I thank my mom. And I especially thank that person for pushing me away because 6 months later, I'm where I never would have dreamed of been in social media. And if I would have stopped it all to make bagels, I'd be really disappointed in myself.
Yeah, it's all a part of the path, the journey.
Exactly.
You got to trust the path. And honestly, I don't want to say life lesson in that type of way, but just maybe a reality check in the realm of
Yeah.
just what you're in, how trusting you are
Of
with
course.
people in the future that you...
Of course.
Yeah.
It was a lesson. It was
Yeah.
100% a lesson in trust, for sure.
Yeah. Bagelgate.
Bagelgate.
Who's your dream collab? Do
Oh
you
my
have
God,
one?
that's so easy. Absolutely. So I have two. Well, one's a dream collab, and then one's kind of like almost in the works. So my dream collab is to work with Coca-Cola. I'm a Can I curse on here?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Coca-Cola Zero whore. Like, every
that a curse
single
word?
meal. I don't know. Is it a curse word?
It's probably frowned upon.
I
but
will
it's fine.
drink a case of Coke Zeros
Straight?
every
Oh,
single
zeros.
day.
Okay.
Yes, no, zeros, because I'm trying to stay thin. I'm obsessed. So I would
good.
love nothing more to work with Coke Zero. Another person who I've always wanted to work with, and they've actually been commenting on all my videos lately, is Chili's.
No way.
Yes. So not only did they
Eat
comment,
fresh.
I know. Not only did they comment on the video I did there, they've now been commenting on my other videos and like even on TikTok and Instagram.
Is this local Chili's or is this like...
This is corporate Chili's, like the
Wow.
millions of followers page. And
Wow.
it's like, stop commenting and send me a DM because I'm
Yeah.
ready to work together.
Well, Chili's, I think they're scoping it out.
Yes. I mean,
Sounds
Chili's,
like-
if you're watching this,
Is there something that people think is super glamorous about what you do, but it's actually like really exhausting?
I think influencing in general
Mm-hmm.
is people think of it as this big glamorous job, and then they don't realize the scrutiny that you receive when you put yourself out there to hundreds of thousands of people, because every single person has an opinion when they're behind their phone screen.
Do you get a lot of hate?
Oh my God, an insane amount of hate.
Really? How
Oh,
do you?
yeah.
What do you? What do you do? Do you ignore it, not read it? Does it bother you?
I mostly laugh.
Okay,
Most of
good.
the things are laughable. People talk about the way that I chew, the way that I eat, the way that I look. Those kind of things are laughable.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say one thing that got to me was when I was doing the bagel business, somebody wrote, I forgot exactly what it was. They were like, "You are going to fail. Like, this is you are never going to make it in this industry.
When
you
you
are
were
gonna
like
fail."
looking for spaces,
Yes.
okay,
And
gotcha.
that hurt. Like, that hurt. I can deal with, like, you hating the way I chew, things like that. But wishing my downfall kind of got to me. But as I continue to grow, your haters are only going to grow.
Yeah, I feel like it means you made it.
100%. I always say, if 1% of your following hates you, it's only one person when you have 100 followers. But when you have 100,000 followers, it's 1,000 people who hate you.
Wow.
And you just have to understand that no one worthy of your criticism is hating on other people. No successful person is sitting behind their phone and talking bad about another
Never.
person and making hate comments and starting anonymous Reddit pages. No one's successful and truly happy in the life that they live is doing that. And that's
So
what you have to
true.
think of.
So true. Did you hear Phillies is opening an Irish pub?
Yes.
What are your
inside of the
thoughts?
old Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Have
something
you
like
ever
that.
been in that Jessica Jones place?
Never.
The building looks so interesting, so I'm dying to know, what does it look like inside? Is there a patio in the back? They said when they like described it, like nightlife action.
Really?
In the blurb, but then again, I was surprised because I didn't think Phillies was into that scene.
I'm always excited for new restaurant
Mm-hmm.
ventures. You know, I can't wait to see what they turn it into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what they mean by Irish pub. Are we going to be Irish jigging? Are we going to be, having Guinnesses? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I want variety.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been getting a lot of variety in Latham. A lot of places have been opening up. Latham is seeing a huge increase in restaurants and apartment buildings and stuff like that. So it's on the up and up for Latham. So I'm
I think
super
so,
excited
too.
for it. And speaking of patio, I do have a new series coming out, Finding the Best Patios
No way.
in the Capital Region. And the person who gave me the idea was the one and only Matt Delory.
Really?
Yeah, he DM'd me and said, "Hey, just a thought, you should do a series on finding the best patio in the Capital Region." And I said, "That is such a good idea."
There you go, Matt Delory.
Yeah.
He listened.
I did listen.
What makes a local business stand out to you, and what is something that would just instantly turn you off? They lose you as a customer.
Yeah. I'll start with the second question because it's very simple. Bad service is my number one thing. You can serve me McDonald's chicken nuggets with a smile, and it's going to taste like Peter Luger's steak. But if you serve me the top class food with terrible service, I have no interest in coming back because the connection and the way that I feel when I walk through the door is more important than anything else. What makes a restaurant stand out to me, I very much like to go to restaurants that no one else knows about. So if a restaurant has
Hidden
been
gems.
covered by every single social media influencer in the Capital Region, I don't quite have a desire to go there, even though I know that the views are proven and that if I went there, it's guaranteed views and coverage, but it doesn't excite me. Like, there's a restaurant that I went to, the Veranda in Troy. They were open 6 weeks. They're a Jamaican spot. I was there. I probably waited for my food for 30 minutes, and I also ate it in my car right outside. No one came in the building for the hour and a half that I was there. No one knew about them, and the food was incredible when I had it. The oxtails, the jerk chicken, the rice, the mac and cheese, everything was amazing, and I was so happy to share that experience with the world. And I'll never forget the next day, the owner posted on her Facebook that after my video, she felt like she was in an episode of Bar Rescue.
No way.
That the place was packed. I received multiple DMs from people saying that they tried to go there and the people were pouring out of the restaurant. They couldn't even get in the doors because the restaurant was so packed that the people were literally waiting outside. That's the kind of reviews and restaurants that I look for and that give me the most satisfaction.
I love that.
Because everyone's been to Bloom. You know that Bloom place? You know, everyone's
Except
seen
me,
the bathroom.
I haven't been,
I've never been either. And honestly, Steve Barnes just said that they needed a little work in the Times Union review.
Oh, you stay up to date on all that.
Of course.
You have to. It's like your niche, yeah.
Susie Powell, Steve Barnes, they don't like influencers. They refuse to acknowledge us, but I will acknowledge you guys because you were the pioneers of this industry and of food reviews, and you do at one point have to accept that times change.
Yeah,
and
you're modernizing what they're doing.
We're modernizing what you're doing. And I think you should respect us and I think you should acknowledge us, but I'm not begging for that acknowledgement, and I still follow the dishing, and I still follow the Times Union best of, and I read every article, and I take that into consideration with every place that I go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There was one thing I wanted to play you guys, because one of the questions was, what's the weirdest DM or collaboration request that you've ever received?
Yeah.
And I just have to play it for everybody.
Wait, it was an audio request?
It was audio. All right, are you guys ready for this? This was probably the weirdest. And mind you, this was sent to me at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Hey, brother. My name is just wanted to let you know you're a fat ass and you look dumb at the Ilium.
Which, pause. My pictures at the Ilium for my birthday party are very public, and I did not look like an idiot. I looked really hot.
You looked really hot. You did not look like a fat ass or anything.
No.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
No, it's hilarious. Are you ready?
You actually always look dumb. I'm not trying to hate. I think you're a good guy.
I'm not trying to hate. I think you're a good guy.
Just think you're a little confused. Take care.
The hi, it's and the take care at the end send me into another level. That was the funniest thing I've ever received in my whole entire life. Because it's one thing to send a hate comment, but a hate voice message where you say, hey, it's and then criticize me and then say, take care was hilarious.
And I do think you're a good guy.
I do think you're a good guy. I just think you're confused. I want to know, what am I confused about? My sexuality? I know I like men. What is the confusion?
That's so funny.
I looked good as hell at my birthday
you look
party.
so good.
Right?
Yes. The suit, the tan, yeah.
Yeah. Also, and so sorry if you're watching this now, I did get a DM from a woman the other day who was trying to set me up with her stepson.
Aww.
And she was sending me like shirtless like workout pictures of her stepson. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is so cute. He's not my type. No, just not my type.
What's your type?
Generally speaking, I think it makes sense, right? So I'm a man and I'm gay, so I like men, right? So I typically do not go for any bit of feminine men. I always say, if you can tell they're gay within 30 seconds of talking to them, they're probably not my type. And that's no offense to anyone who's more of a feminine man. It's just not what I'm looking for in my relationship.
Yeah.
I want to be the woman, and I'm a manlier gay guy compared to a lot of other gay men that you meet. I tend to be on the manlier side. So I'm looking for someone who's even more of a man than I am.
Gotcha.
Like, go work and like come home with dirty hands.
Yeah.
It's something like that. I really don't have a type in terms of like looks, height, race, nothing. I am completely open. I just want them to be
It's more
a
like
man.
probably, and you need to feel that in the relationship of like, I would assume, like taken care of. Because when I think of wanting somebody like that's a man or whatever, it's like you want to feel, taken care of by
Absolutely.
them. Right?
Absolutely. And taken care of doesn't mean financially.
No. Like all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be the little spoon.
I feel like we've talked about this before, but I had no idea you were gay.
Yeah. Obviously, we're super comfortable, so people might watch this video and be like, oh my God, he's so clearly gay. And it's because I'm comfortable with you and we're in a room together and we're besties. But when you meet me on the street, I very well present as a straight man.
Yeah.
And it's not on purpose. That's just who I am. You should be able to be whoever you want to be.
100%. By the way, you mentioned your jewels. You're blinging today.
Yes. Shout out to Frank Adams, jeweler
Hey.
on Wolf Road.
Yeah.
They're the best. They're amazing there.
This is like your everyday. Jules.
Yeah, and a lot of people are intimidated by them because they built this big, huge, beautiful store.
It's gorgeous when you drive by.
I know, but really, they can work with anyone. Nobody should be intimidated to walk in because they're great.
What would you do differently if you started over today? Would you?
Absolutely nothing.
Good.
Absolutely
that
nothing. Life takes you where life is supposed to take you. And yes, maybe I could have changed something and I'd be further in my career, but I could have changed something like going with bagels and be 20 paces back from where I am in this career. So I think everything that I've done that's happened has happened for a reason, has been learning experiences, and honestly, I don't think I would change a single thing.
Good. I'm curious. This is going back to your college days. What's your degree in?
Biology.
Me too.
Yeah.
No way.
That was my mom. She's a nurse. And from when I was a kid, she instilled in me job security. She always said, and I quote, "There will always be sick people in this world,
Yeah.
and you will always have a job. You need to get into the medical field."
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't change a thing, but sometimes I do wish that I went into like marketing or business, because even
Where you are
at
now.
20, I started a real estate business. And I've always loved the idea of owning a business, whether that was in real estate, restaurateur, commercial real estate, anything. I always loved the aspect of being a business owner. But I met amazing people from the classes that I was taking in biology, and those people introduced me to other people that led me into relationships that put me where I am today. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything, but yeah, biology. I was going to
so
be
funny.
a plastic surgeon at first. Then I
I
dissected.
could also see that, to be honest with you.
I dissected my first cat and could not even do it. So I was like, I don't think this is for me. So I transitioned into pharmacy, and I was going full time into pharmacy at 20 years old. That was my focus when I decided to get into the real estate aspect, investments, because I was like, I don't think I can work behind a desk in a CVS
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
No, that's
I
something I
want
could
to
never
work
do.
on my own schedule at my own time, be able to travel the world, and that's what really like pushed me into the
Wow.
real estate investing side of my life.
That is, I didn't mean to be so shocked. Did you live on campus at all?
Yeah, first
Okay,
2 years I
gotcha.
lived on campus. I'll never forget my first roommates. I wonder if any of them will see this. I don't even know their names. They were like, for a lack of better word, they were computer nerds,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So they were very comfortable like playing video games on their computers, and I was coming to college to party. That's what I wanted to do.
But yeah, you're from Long Island, right? I feel like the
wanted to
Long
party.
Island.
I only went to UAlbany because everyone on Long Island was like, that's the #1 party school. And I wanted to like dance my ass off in clubs for the
Yeah.
whole 4 years. Turned out to be very different here in Albany. But yeah.
Were you a frat guy?
No.
Okay.
No. But one of my college roommates from off campus was in a frat, so we did have a lot of like frat parties and stuff at the house. They would do like crazy stuff in the basement. We won't talk about that. But yeah, so I did have a lot of like frat connections because my one roommate was in a frat, but I was just never that kind of guy. Also, you're never going to have me in a basement scrubbing floors with
No.
a toothbrush. No, thank you. So, yeah, no frats for me. So, I always say the moment I realized that I was gay was 5th grade, handball courts. Anyone who knows me knows this story. Joe Connolly, who I'm still friends with, he's happily married with, I think, 2 kids now. It was a fire drill, and I walked out next to my friend Avery DiLorenzo, and we walked out to the handball courts for the fire drill, and for some reason, I looked at this kid, Joe Connolly, at 11 years old, however you are when you're in 5th grade, 10, 11 years old, and I got butterflies in my stomach for this kid. At that second, I turned to my friend Avery and told her that I felt this way about this kid, and the next day, I was out. At 11 years old, I was out to my parents,
oh, okay,
the
that was my
whole
next
entire
question.
school, everyone, and I just lived in my truth from day one. But even at that point, I came out as bisexual because in my head, I thought, all right, I just also like men. I love talking about myself.
Who doesn't, right?
I know.
Are you on any apps? Are you looking to like?
I am. I would love nothing more than to find my partner. I've never been in a relationship at 30 years old. I've never dated anybody. So it's definitely something I'm looking for. I think I'd be an amazing boyfriend. I love to cook, My love language is acts of service, so I love to give gifts. I love, like, even Ashley, my best friend. I always do special things for her. Everyone's seen my Valentine's Day video.
So sweet.
I have something special planned for her birthday. I won't
Aw.
get too into. I love to cook. I love to have, if my husband were to work a regular job and I was in this career, I'm the kind of person who would make sure there was like a hot meal on the table every single day, whether that be the leftovers from the review I did for lunch or whether I'm cooking something fresh. I would always have a meal for him. I think I'd be a great husband. So
Yeah, I think you would
I
be
am
too.
actively looking, and I'm on all the apps.
Okay, perfect. So find Dom.
The Albany dating pool is not great. Everybody knows that. But when the right person comes along, they will.
Would you move for love?
If I fell in love, like if I was on vacation and I fell in love with somebody, absolutely.
Wow.
As long as like their job required them to be where they are. You know, if it's like, oh, my family's here, I love my family so much, we're gonna have to come here, it would probably be a conversation.
Yeah, because
like,
you're
I love
so
my
embedded
family
in this
too.
area.
Yeah.
You hang around a lot of influencers. Obviously, you know them all. Is there anything that turns you off when you meet another influencer? Like, what's the fakest thing about the influencer world? Or do you really like resonate with them and just have a mutual respect always?
I always have a mutual respect for anybody who's in this industry because it's not easy. Putting yourself out there for public opinion is not easy, and having people follow everything you do and really take into account the things that you say is not easy. But I will say the fakest thing, and not a shout out to any specific person, but just something I've realized being in this industry, is not everything is good. Not every restaurant that you go to is good. And that's the number one thing I see is a lot of these influencers go and everything is always good. And whether it's because they're getting a comped meal or whether they're getting paid to do the review, the stuff is always good. And I think it just makes it a little ingenuine. And I do understand. I actually had a talk with another influencer 2 days ago about this. And she was telling me that she just doesn't ever want to tear down a business. So if she goes somewhere and the
I get
food's
that.
not good,
Yeah.
she won't even post the video.
Gotcha.
And that's why her account is all positive, because if she does have a bad experience, she won't post it. But there's ways to do it without intentionally pulling down another business, you know, another small business. The world deserves honesty, and I think that's why I've become so successful so quick, is because I am a genuine person and I do tell the truth, but I do it in a nice way.
Yeah.
If I don't like the food, I might say, listen, this food wasn't great, but this atmosphere is phenomenal. The service is phenomenal. So I think that's the fakest thing in the industry right now is everyone is getting paid for these reviews, and I'm not knocking anyone's hustle because I'm very honest about how I started. In the beginning, when I did start this, and I was kind of like, all right, how am I going to make an income from this? I did take money from a couple different restaurants to say the food was good. And I won't name them, but I did go to one restaurant in January, at the end of January, and they had paid me for this review. And I came in, and the food was not good. And I got on camera, and I told the whole entire world that this food was great. And I felt so guilty. Every comment that came in that said, Dom, we went, the food was not good. We had a terrible experience. That weighed so heavy on my chest that in the beginning of February, I made a decision to never take money from another restaurant again, because that was the only way I'd be able to give my true, authentic experience to the people, and I think that's what the people deserved.
100%.
Even to the point now where I don't even like to accept a comped meal because I feel as if it tailors the experience a little bit differently. How do I, if you know that I'm coming in and you're comping the food, how do I know that the person who watches this, who trusts my opinion, is going to get that same experience? So, and I always try to like share everything, right? So the Frank Adams video is a perfect example. I'm not putting on a suit and dress pants to go into a jewelry store.
Right.
I wear shorts every single day and a t-shirt. When I did the video getting my back lasered, like I'm not covering up. Like I'm not a skinny fit person. I'm not going to put a shirt on, things like that. I like to show that every point of life is different and that, you know, things work differently for everybody, and I just like to be my authentic self.
Yeah. What does success mean to you?
There's so many different ways you can break down what success means to me. Truly, in my eyes, when I get to the point where I can wake up every single day and truly do what I want to do in that day, that would mean success. Success to me isn't the nicest car and the biggest house and being able to fly private jets around the world. It's waking up and being able to sit by the pool all day if that's what I want to do, or hop on a plane and go to Florida for the week if that's what I want to do, or if I have kids, go to every single one of their games and their practices and things like that. That's true success to me. Being able to live your life on your own terms without being held down by a job that you hate going to every single day just to make ends meet.
I love that. Do you feel like you're there yet?
Not quite, but I'm very close.
Good.
I have a certain number. It's in my office on a big board, and it's not much. You don't need that much. The world looks at my life and looks at it as I live this crazy big life, but I'm actually a very simple person. This shirt was from Target. These are Under Armour, So I'm not there yet, but I am very close.
Good.
And every day I feel a little more satisfied with where I am.
You deserve it, so I'm glad. Some rapid fire.
Okay.
TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram now.
Okay.
TikTok gives you your biggest chance of going viral, and it's the easiest platform to get that first viral video. But Instagram gives you the most credibility when it comes to brand awareness and actually being a brand.
Yeah. What show are you binging right now?
Oh my God. 7 different ones at once. Always, because I have my personal show, and then I have like the one I watch with Ashley, and then I have the one I fall asleep to. We just started. I cannot remember the name of it.
Off Campus?
Yes, on Amazon. And honestly, I don't like it only because since I was a kid, I've always hated love story shows because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
F you. Why do you get that hot hockey player who's absolutely obsessed with you? Why can't that be my life? And I am, and it's jealousy, and I'm jealous of it, so I hate it, but I am watching it.
Yeah, it's a good one. What do you fall asleep to? Just curious.
Usually, I'm a big sci-fi guy, so right now I'm falling asleep to The Witcher. It's like
What's
no
that
one
on?
probably knows it. It's on Netflix.
What's your go-to cocktail?
Bourbon on the rocks with a splash of water.
Wow.
If I'm being fancy, I'll get
Yeah.
a Manhattan, but I'm a bourbon guy through and through. Since college, even at Dollar Beers at Washington Tavern every Thursday, every single one of my friends were drinking $1 Utica Clubs, and I was drinking Jameson on the rocks.
It suits you, I
Yeah.
feel like. Your go-to karaoke song. I know you're not a karaoke guy. I'm gonna get you up there with me at
Yeah.
some point, but what would be your karaoke song?
Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell.
I feel like I don't know that song.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Dom, how are you not a karaoke guy, though? Seriously,
I
with
told
that
you
voice.
because I think that if you are, and I don't consider myself a good singer, but I will say that I know how to hold a tune.
Yeah.
And I'm decent singer, and I feel like if you're decent, you can't get up there. You have to be terrible to do karaoke, because if you're good, it's weird.
I disagree. Because I'm not good, but I'm not terrible. But I feel like the middle of the road people, I kind of like
I
to
have.
watch.
I will do karaoke. I have to be under the influence.
Of course, yeah, same.
We'll have to go.
We'll go.
Maybe you'll get me up there.
If we're there, you're getting up there.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna put your name in. Do you have a toxic trait?
Yes. I don't know if I would consider this a toxic trait. Ashley can confirm. I'm very confident. I'm a very confident person, and sometimes that can translate into cockiness, but it's also a little bit of delusion. And I think delusion is very, very good for success, because if you
Yeah.
tell yourself long enough that you are a certain person, you will it into existence.
I'm a full-fledged believer in that.
I walk around all the time and tell people, well, I'm the top watched influencer platform in the Capital Region, which I am. And
you
it
should
sounds
start
cocky.
replacing Capital Region with World.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh my God, local or
Oh,
main?
local.
Matt Baumgartner, of course.
Real?
I mean, come on, he's the dream gay man. He is.
Because, yeah,
He's
another
hot,
one that I just
successful.
had no idea was gay. You guys would be a cute couple. Have you ever met him?
we go to the gym together. I've never said hi. That he's definitely like my local celebrity crush.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like worldwide, no,
Not really.
no.
Who would you like to see on this podcast? Like, is there anybody in the community that you're like, I want to see another side of them?
You should get Matt on here.
I would love to.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like he's somebody that probably has so many layers
Yeah.
to business world and whatever, and he is so respected.
Him and also Melissa Del Salvio,
Mm.
because her story, a lot of people don't know it, but her story about how she created Kiramia Tequila and it being a locally owned, fully 100% woman-owned and operated tequila company, her story is super, super interesting. I support her every chance I get, and I would love for her to be able to show and tell her story publicly.
Ooh, yeah, I love Melissa.
Yeah.
So she would be a good one. She actually is on my list.
Yeah, she's great.
Such an honor to have you on my very first podcast, Dom.
It was a pleasure.
I cannot wait to share with all your followers like another side of you, because I watch all of your stuff always, but I feel like they got to
Yeah.
see
Get a little
another
more.
side. Get a little more.
Yeah. Sometimes I do. I want to put a little more out there, and I want to start posting other content. Like I'm thinking about starting to post. I'm a great cook. I love to cook. So maybe I would start cooking and like talking about myself a little bit more. But I'm always nervous. Like, are people actually going to care about like who I am behind?
Yes, I think a lot more people than you realize
Yeah.
care and want to see that side.
Yeah.
A lot would tune in. All right, want to go get lunch?
Absolutely. I'm starving. Let's go.
Where are we going?
Anywhere.